Welcome to the Real Meat Sweats here. We're going to sweat this pork chuck roast here, and I'll show you what else I got going on. This is the rub I mostly use. It's just a Weber dry rub. It pretty much works on everything. I didn't put a binder on it. I'm out of Worcestershire, so let's just go ahead and slap this on real heavy. Kind of let that sit for a second, right? And I'll give you a peek at what I got going on over here. Now, I just use a 5-burner gas grill. Some people will talk shit or whatnot, and there's purists out there, but this burner's on, these aren't, that kind of thing, indirectly. Here's a 12.5 pound brisket. It's around 1 p.m. I had it on the grill this morning at about, 3:30 a.m. So we can get that good 12 to 14 hour smoke on it. Flip it over, see if I can get some flip on this and show you what we're working with here. All right, so here's the other side of that brisket there. Got that rub on there, that Weber dry rub. Just working on getting some bark, trying to get it to around 160, 165 internal. Then I'll wrap it and we'll go from there. And then I'm gonna smoke this here chuck roast for 3 to 6 hours, depending. I'll probably have it done sooner. And then we'll check back in here in a little bit and I'll show you the final product. So I'm no means a barbecue pit master. The brisket I got going right now is the second brisket I've ever done. First chuck roast, I've done a couple pulled porks. I'm really good at some ribs, smoking some chicken. So just so you know, you don't have to be perfect to do this. If you got a grill, you got a charcoal grill, whatever you use, throw some wood on there and try it. Slow and low, you can't make good barbecue without making bad barbecue, and I've always heard that. So take a chance, get out there, buy some meat and sweat it. We'll get the meat sweats going, and then later on, we're gonna have the protein for it. All right, so this is what I like to use most of the time. It's got pecan, cherry, and post oak. Just picked that up at our local HEB, Texas style, you know how we do it here in Texas. And that's what's in these aluminum little pans here smoking. Those guys, those littler ones, that's some pecan I had left over, and those bigger ones down there in the back, that's some mesquite. So really, I don't really focus on one type of wood. I like all sorts of different kinds. And that pecan and mesquite I got from my neighbor. He always has it on deck. So I use a lot of that lately because it's free. So free's always good to me. And that's just what I use. There's tons of options. Check them out. Y'all, now it's 4 o'clock here. It's actually a beef chuck roast. I misspoke earlier, called it pork. Flip it around for you. Let's just see that. We've wrapped the brisket here around 2. And of course, that chuck roast has been on since 1 o'clock. So we'll go ahead and temp them real quick. Again, looking for around 160 on this guy. About 140, so we're getting there. And then I'm gonna stab this. I just stab it through the foil. Let's check it out. We're looking for 205. It's around 160, so it's still in the stall. All right, we'll check back in a little bit. All right, so here we go. It's sat for a little bit. It's got the double wrap aluminum foil. Let's check this bad boy out here, this brisket. Ooh, look at that fat. That's nice. I didn't get the bark like I wanted, but So like I was saying, this is the second brisket I've ever done, so I'm still really learning. It's all new. This is the first chuck roast I've done, so let's check that out. It's about time to eat, so let's rip this open. Well, that's looking real nice. All right. Alrighty, back to today's episode on meat sweats and protein farts. We are going to be making some leftover brisket chili. I got a pound of ground sirloin, 90-10 right there. And then here's some chopped up leftover brisket we got. I just seasoned my ground beef, minced onion, garlic powder. We go from there. I'm gonna brown this up and then throw that brisket in there, and we'll see you in a second. All right, we got that ground sirloin there, browned up. It's nice with the 90-10 there. You don't have to strain any fat, and it just leaves a little bit. It's perfect to cook with. I threw some garlic and onion powder on the brisket, as well as some chili seasoning just to get it going. Go ahead and just dump that whole thing right in. And then we'll start warming up the brisket. Once it's good and warmed up, we'll just go ahead and start adding all the other ingredients. All right, we have 2 cans petite diced tomatoes. Our beans are drained and rinsed. We have light red kidney beans, black beans, great northern beans, garbanzo beans, and red beans. And we'll add 3 cans mixed chili beans and just regular chili beans. Let's go ahead and add all that. Making a mess, but that's all right. Lots of beans, lots of meat. I don't use tomato sauce or tomato paste in my chili. I just use the petite diced tomatoes and water. That's just how I like to do it. Keeps the acidity down and keeps it from being too tomatoey, in my opinion. So then I got 32 ounces of water. Definitely gonna need some more. And we'll season it and we'll check back in a minute. All right, so this is a double batch of chili. I normally only use 1 pound of meat. Today I'm using approximately 2, a little more. So we're gonna go ahead and add some water, top this off. So that's another 64 ounces there. So we're almost at a gallon of water. We'll see how that cooks. I might end up adding more. And then, let's see here. We got our chili seasoning. Like a lot of it. There we go. Mix that in. And then just start letting it cook down. I ended up adding an extra 32 ounces of water, so we're at a gallon of water with all the ingredients in it. Bring it to a boil, then turn it down and let it simmer like this. Stirring it occasionally so nothing sticks, blending the flavors, and just letting it thicken up. All right, so it's been a few hours, about 2 hours, I guess. This is gonna be the finished product. It's off. It's thickened up a little, and as it cools, it's gonna thicken some more. So there it is. That's how you can make 2 meals out of 1 brisket. Thanks for watching this episode of Meat Sweats and Protein Farts.